Happy Tuesday, folks. On this July 1st, we're going to get into Detroit Lions news as we are about 30 days away from the Hall of Fame game and real Lions football. Well, preseason Lions football, still Lions football. In this video, we're going to be going over the latest Detroit Lions news and rumors. Lions being urged to trade for a pass rusher from the Pittsburgh Steelers ever since Pittsburgh decided to trade for everybody yesterday. We're going to get into that player. Couldn't make it work. All of that stuff. Netflix dropped the trailer for quarterbacks. I love what I saw from JG. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Lions fans upset when it comes to an NFC North rival. Jameson Williams, when he does get extended, what is the projection potentially to look like? An article is dropped on that, and I wanted to go over it just to give you an idea of what it would look like. All of that. But before we get into the video, if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We talk Lions news every single day. Let's get after it right now. Start off with some easy, lovely news here. Jared Goff is bringing a new female women's NBA team here to Detroit. They're doing an expansion team. So if you're in the Detroit area and you want to watch some WNBA, well, so does Jared Goff because he's bringing it to Detroit, and Sheila Ford Hamp. Look, Jared Goff is just he's doing good in the community, right? He's making use of his money that he has gotten. He is a guy that loves Detroit, loves the area. Who would have thought, right? A guy from California who's never been out of the state of California. You know, you think of the guy doing, I don't know, in the waves, surfing and stuff like that. You would not expect the Detroit type of guy. He comes to Detroit, and he's really embraced Detroit. He really has, and it's really cool to see. So soon you're going to have a team there. That's pretty freaking epic. If you're in that area. It's nice out. What do you want to be at, lake or a pool? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right now. Lions being urged to make a trade. Adam Schefter says, in recent weeks, multiple teams have been discussing whether they could trade for Steelers standout T.J. Watt, who skipped team's most recent minicamp. Pittsburgh hasn't shown any willingness to deal Watt to so far, but unhappy with the contractual situation. This is according to CBS Sports lists the Lions among potential suitors. Aidan Hutchinson may be one of the best young pass rushers in the NFL, but Detroit's been sniffing around upgrade opposite of Hutchinson for a while. Taking a fly on Za'Darius Smith last year, reportedly attempting to draft a trade up for the edge, bringing the help. Better yet, they flush out the 2025 salary cap, processing north of $40 million that could help accommodate Watt's immediate financial desires and further confirm one of the most talented rosters in all of football. Lions being urged to trade for T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt wouldn't he be good in Honolulu blue and silver? Having Watt opposite of Hutchinson, wouldn't that be epic? Yes. Is that going to happen? No. Brad Holmes been talking about it. We've talked about endlessly the money. Yes, we have money now. We have a lot of money now. They're correct. We have money. We have the second best cap space currently in the NFL. Next year, we have one of the worst cap spaces in the NFL. We're actually negative. I think it's like negative $12 million. They're going to take that money that we have this year, some of this money that we save over, and they're going to put it towards next year to help the Lions out in 2026. The cap will raise. Lions have a little bit of money. We have a lot of players who are young who are eventually going to get big deals. And we're going to talk potentially about one of them in this video. That's Jameson Williams. We'll get into that. But that's why we're saving the money. That's why we have this money. That's what it is. Draft pick compensation. We already don't have a third and fourth draft picks around this year. We already got rid of. We don't have a threes and we don't have a four. Okay, so if you're wanting to make a trade, you're going to have to give up a pretty high one. Obviously, it's T.J. Watt. It would have to be high anyways. So the draft pick is going to be high. The compensation is going to be high. Do you think that's something that Brad Holmes is going to do? I would say no, just using the common sense factor of Brad Holmes and what he was saying. So I'd love to have T.J. Watt. You would love to have T.J. Watt. We'd all would love to have a T.J. Watt. But just at this point, it's not a situation where I think it's going to be real. And it's going to take us to this next. This is projecting, the Pride of Detroit did this, of what the extension of what Jamison Williams could be, because it comes down to what we just talked about with the T.J. Watt stuff. 3 years, $63 million, $33 million guaranteed, and he's talking about $20 million approximately a year. He could fetch a little bit more than that, Jamison Williams, but this is what they're thinking. I think it's going to be a little bit more for the Lions, and that's the whole reason of why I'm saying the Lions are not going to be making a big trade. Look at these numbers, man. These are pretty high numbers. And we already got a number 1 wide receiver in St. Brown. We're paying him big number, right? We're paying Panay big number. We're paying a lot of people some big numbers. And so that's why these trades, it just seems unlikely. It seems crazy because they're going to pay their own guys, and you just can't pay. We're not the New Orleans Saints here. We can't just have every single high-paying contract of this team and just think that's going to be financially sound. Yeah, the Saints have done it, right? They've been a mediocre team now for the past 20 years, it seems like. I don't want to be mediocre. I want to be great. And you're going to be financially stable to do that, even for a franchise. Lake or pond, folks. Or pool. Not pond, pool. Lake or pool. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Lions fans hating that the Vikings roster is loaded too. Didn't dismiss it again. So they'll take me to the NFC North here really quick. Yes, they're loaded. They're going to be a good team. Folks, they are loaded. It's okay to say that. It's reality. The one question when it comes to the Vikings is not the whole roster. It's more J.J. McCarthy, and I think he'll be fine over there because they have so much effing talent. But there's no reason to be salty about it. Iron sharpens iron. Green Bay's a pretty good team. Chicago, their talent is getting up. Iron sharpens iron. This NFC North is a stacked division. It's good. We got bullies. I guess here's the thing, right? The NFC North used to be the kind of the throwaway division. I always talk about the NFC East. East, the Giants, the Cowboys, Commanders. Same old teams, right? Now the NFC North is becoming one of those divisions where everyone's starting to talk about it because they're so damn good. So even though it sucks, you don't want your NFC North division to be good. You want them to suck. You want them always to be on the top and make them look bad and laugh at the fans. At the end of the day, that's just not reality. It's a good division, and we're just going to keep fighting each other, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Shoot. Quarterback preview. Jared Goff reflects in his first call with the Lions after the 21 trade. Just seen the preview. Emotional. Epic. I cannot wait to watch Netflix quarterback with Jared Goff. It looks really effing good. Jared Goff is not a guy who is well known. He's not the personality type in the NFL that you hear about, right? Low-key type of guy. But his personality's coming out. Love seeing it. And, I like seeing his excitement coming to Detroit. Just seeing him. Just so excited. So excited to be with the Lions when he got traded, and they're going through that situation again, being in Detroit, trying to be a championship over here. It gets me excited. And I love it. Don't know if it's going to happen, but I love seeing it. Love watching it. And it looks good. Check it out. Go on YouTube, folks. Check out the preview of Quarterback 2, Season 2. Pretty freaking epic. Urkel here talking about embattled quarterback days in Lions are numbered. And it's not Jared Goff. It is talking about Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker may not make it out of training camp. Now, I disagree here. I think people were overreacting a little bit about the Hendon Hooker situation. I truly do. Him not making it to training camp, the only way that occurs is if we were to trade him for whatever reason. Lions are not going to just release Hendon Hooker before Why in the hell would they do that? I think he will. He's definitely going to make it out of training camp. I think he's going to make it through training camp. The Lions end up getting a new backup quarterback, folks. If they end up getting one that's not Hendon Hooker, it's because a better player was released. like the Cleveland Browns. So if he does, that would be the situation. Not a fact like, oh, he's just so damn bad that they're going to release him. What do you guys think? Do you think Hendon Hooker is going to make the team? Do you think he's going to be QB2? Let me know your thoughts. But it continue on here, and it goes, Hendon Hooker may not be guaranteed job if he even beats Kyle Allen. Now, this I agree with. This I could agree with. Because I do think he's going to beat Kyle Allen. So I could agree with he may not be the backup even if he beats. Again, that would be the idea that a quarterback was released from another team or somehow is on the market for whatever reason. A quarterback's on the market that the Lions could get. That would be the situation that I would see in regards to Hendon Hooker not making the football team. Is somebody else came out a little bit better. He hasn't developed to the way they see. We're just going to go move forward. And not necessarily it's just a horrible thing for Hendon Hooker. But that's probably the most realistic option. One right hither. Whose quarterbacks that the Lions could get? We've talked about Cleveland Browns. Like, they got a ton quarterbacks up there. We don't even know yet. There could be quarterbacks that are released. Who knows, right? That could get released, and you'd be shocked, and they'd be happy to be a QB2 if they really wanted to. We don't know that situation. Not Nostradamus. Don't see the future. Don't know all that stuff. But 100% a possibility that could be the case. But I'm not stressing over it, and I don't think you all should be stressing over the Hendon Hooker and the backup quarterbacks situation. I'm not at all. I'm not stressing. Don't care at this point. We got JG, and our QB2 will be figured out in the next couple of months, and we'd be good to go as a Lions team. Folks, make sure you hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the latest Detroit Lions news and rumors. Adios.